Who else is kind of just wondering, like, why Ukraine? Again, I'm not a history expert, but as the NASDAQ market, as overall markets are dropping, and even right now they're dropping, NASDAQ market's down 1.8%. So expect a red start to the week tomorrow. Happy President's Day. I began to dive a little bit more into it. I wanted to share with you guys. I found it quite interesting. Please smash that like button if you feel like you learned something new. So this is today's episode, history lesson with Ricky Gutierrez. So let's go ahead and get started. So I began to kind of ask the question, why is Putin, or why is not Russia, I don't want to say Russia because it sounds like it's just Putin. Why is Putin obsessed with Ukraine, right? I kind of went back and did a history dive, and based off of the different articles, this is what I found. I want to share a map with you guys. This was during the Cold War, right, under the Soviet Union. And according to my understanding, this is the Soviet Union, and this is what it had under its Soviet states. And before it was broken up due to NATO and the fall of the Soviet Union back, if I understand this, in 1991, it broke up Ukraine and Russia. Supposedly, again, I don't know this, supposedly Putin is obsessed with the Slavic nation and what he views as the original descendants of it, which he views Russia and Ukraine to be a part of the original Slavic nation. With that being said, that is where his obsession lies with why he wants to take back over Ukraine under Russian power. That is what I learned about what is causing all this tension of Putin wanting to, again, aggressively take control of poor Ukraine. I mean, I guess that's what it sounds like. At least that's what these articles are making it sound to be like. But one thing that you should also take into consideration, and this is why I'm actually making this video, not only is this quick little history lesson with me, but also what is Russia, in high demand for, especially for the United States? Oil. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but a lot of people have been asking, what specific stocks or what sectors go up during this tension. We talked about shorting the market. You guys should be aware of that, right? If you're not, comment down below and I'll answer it for you. But as well as oil. Russia provides a lot of oil for the United States. So not only should we see oil futures and oil ETFs increase during this tension, but think about it. Nothing has actually even happened yet. There's been no attack, according to my understanding. Again, this article that was actually shared just a couple minutes ago by one of our Learn Plan Profit members, Salma, says that Putin orders Russian troops into eastern Ukraine, supposedly to keep peace, or keep the peace, right? It's crazy. I thought this would be quite interesting because not only do I want to talk about, short the market, right? Especially as things are getting worse. Nothing has happened. That's one of the first things that I want to point out. So when asking the question, Ricky, can things get worse? Of course. There's actually no war going on right now, right? If this were to transition where, Russia begins to take over Ukraine and begins to use force, right, and military weapons, then I feel like that's when it can get really, really bad. All of this that has happened for the past 1 week. 1 week and 1 day. This is what has caused the market to sell off, right? Not even inflation, right? Not even just interest rates. Now it's the tension between Russia and Ukraine, and it's unfortunate, but nothing's even happened yet. So when asking the question, please know, it definitely can get worse. But I thought that I would take my time not only to have a little history lesson with you guys, but as well as talk about what sectors are of high demand due to Russia and what can be affected. So if we do go into war, not only right now are we seeing increases in oil futures, but we can even see oil prices in the United States begin to rise even more, California, right? Even more than what they're at right now, because Russia is huge when it comes down to import, when it comes down to oil. So I thought I would share that with you guys. This is WTI, which is, again, a very popular ticker symbol when it comes down to a very popular oil company. So again, I'm excited to follow up with it. It normally has a resistance right around $4.75. It looks like it still has that same resistance. We shall see as the market opens tomorrow. Is this thing going to break above its resistance, or is it actually going to pull on back? Not only with this, but you can also pay attention to different oil futures such as Oil D and Oil U, which are also very popular ETFs that are publicly traded. So I'm very excited to follow up. I hope that you guys are too. Again, tensions are high. I thought Russia was actually pulling back troops, but now it looks like they're here to keep the peace. So best wishes to the overall market. Please watch that position size. Keep it light, keep it tight. things can definitely get worse. So please make sure that, again, you take that into consideration before buying the dip blindly, which again, a lot of us have done. And unfortunately, because things are actually getting worse than anticipated, we just have to manage and mitigate that risk. You live and you learn. But again, I'm sure that both you and I can agree that the most challenging things in life tend to follow with the greatest fulfillment, and the stock market is no exception. So I appreciate you guys' time. If you guys want to join us for tomorrow's live trading session, we're having a little President's Day sale, and the second link down below will get you $100 off the Learn Plan Profit 2.0 lesson library, and of course, private access to the daily live trading sessions. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.